I like Dire Dire Docks. I like that song, but I don't know that we really needed like a 6-minute soprano sax solo of it. Uh, that's just been hanging out in my playlist forever for stuff to use on stream, and I was like, this is long. I should have looked at the timestamp. Well, yes, we did. All right, to each their own. Well, that music means it is time for Mario Monday again. And as we have finished several games recently, it is time to continue on with my quest of streaming all the main series Mario games, which brings us to something new. Or rather, not that new. Yeah, the Wii U. A DS game on the Wii U. Be nice if my stuff didn't switch over. But wait, this layout is no good. What is this? Oh, look at that. How lovely. This is like the one stream I'm ever going to use this layout, so I hope you enjoy. I hope you get your fill. So yeah, we did Mario. We're going a little bit out of order. Not that there has been an order this entire time, but we finished Mario Galaxy. We finished. What else was I streaming? I was streaming something alongside Galaxy. Guys, help! I'm not. This isn't a bit. What was I streaming? Oh, the e-reader levels. That's why it didn't make any sense. Yeah, that's not a main series game. I'm like going through my mind like, well, let's see, 2006 back to 2002, that's Mario Sunshine. What could I have been doing? Well, okay. Well, we're on to this now. We're on to 2006. New. What year is it? 2023? It's still new. Who cares? Huh? 2 screens? That's twice as many. It's crazy. So, the bottom screen is only here. You're gonna see, it's not really that important. But it is, at times, necessary. Because sometimes gameplay shifts to the bottom and, you know, usually for like bonus rooms and stuff. And it's not that big a deal, but it would be really weird for me to have to keep switching which screen displays based on where I am, so you're getting this layout. I got everything all set up. I got the Wii U gamepad, which is probably on its last legs, so I got it hard plugged into the wall so it doesn't run out of batteries.
Here I go.
It's like visiting 2 old friends, the DS and the Wii U. I haven't touched either of those systems in quite some time. I used my Wii U like briefly to test this out a while back when I bought it before the also RIP eShop. I had to get this and a couple other things in before that became disabled. So this is going to be, see, there's your tiny little bottom screen, by the way. This will happen like maybe 10 times throughout the entire game or so. And this is, I am seeing it like exactly the way you guys are seeing it too. This is how my TV looks. This is the optimal way for me to stream it. My friends in chat are crying. Nico, please, for the love of God, just emulate. Just get a DS emulator. It's like 18 years later. But nope. This is honestly like the best way for me to do it, and I don't mind. And it's like a new excuse for me to like play the same game I already had. I last used my Wii U to play Drill Dozer. I've never played that still. I hear it's good. That's the Game Freak one, right? I'm not like mixing it up with Mr. Driller. Homebrew your Wii U? That's the next step. I only just homebrewed my Wii, so...
Here I go.
It's my favorite Game Freak game. I don't even remember, like, I definitely remember hearing that when it was, you know, new at the time in, like, 2004 or whatever. But I never got around to it, and now I've totally forgot, like, what kind of game it is. Is it, like, a puzzle? Is it platform? Is it RPG? Or... I do not know. I would definitely want to check that out on stream sometime. That would be a good... because there's like a lot of older games like that that I missed out on and would like to play for the first time, and I'm like, oh yeah, I stream. I could do that on stream. And I haven't done a whole lot of that. So... that is a good contender. But right now, in keeping up with my Mario Monday tradition, which is still sketchy whether or not I'm going to show up for, we're gonna play some Mario games that I'm already intimately familiar with. Now I gotta make room on the rest of the week for games that aren't Mario, or games I haven't played a million times. But this is like, I don't know, this is chill, this is relaxing. I enjoy like playing a game I am this familiar with and just kind of turning off that side of my brain and just going into autopilot and chatting and whatever. Thankfully, New Super Mario Bros. 2 just got rid of the whole bottom screen thing. It was a cool gimmick, like, at the time, when the DS was new. It was like, oh, we gotta make use of this. How about when Mario goes down the pipe, he goes down to the bottom screen? That's fun the first time, and then never again. Because as you can see, you can't even, like, get your reserve item out right now. Drill Dozer is platformer sort of Metroid-y, except in a level-by-level way. It sounds like something I would enjoy then. So... maybe it's time to put that on the docket. I should open, like, some kind of suggestion box for Oh my god, I didn't even check the game audio. Is the game audio too loud? I can lower it a little bit. It looked like it was going way up there. It was a good balance? Okay. Sometimes it's just me. Like, I get quieter at times, and I'll sit away from the mic. So as much as, like, the game audio needs to be balanced, so too do I. Yeah, but yeah, I have like several games that I have not even played yet because I've been saving them to play on stream. And they're mostly newer stuff, like newer indie games. But I need to go back through and look at like what classic games I've missed to play on stream as well. And if anyone has suggestions, I'm open. Like, obviously Sonic. But aside from that, I keep wanting to do the little twirl from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and this game does not have that. It's got the triple jump though. You can triple jump in a 2D Mario game for some reason. I don't know. This is probably a dumb question, Nico, but do you have a device that captures the DS? I do not. This is on my Wii U, if you weren't here for that. This is what I'm looking at right now. So, I'm just using the Wii U Virtual Console. I had bought like a few games for it a while back. Like, this is what I streamed Wario Land 4 on, actually, now that I think of it. Yeah, I mean, it's not, like, optimal for most people, but for me, and like, this is one of the few DS games I am gonna play. I would love to get a capture for, like, my 3DS, but I hear that is very, costly, and, like, you have to literally mod it into the 3DS, which, fair enough, I have spare 3DSs, somehow. I mean, it sucks like that the eShop is closing and you can't just get these things as you want, but there's not really like a whole lot else that I needed or wanted for myself off of it, you know? Pretty much anything I was going to get on the 3DS or Wii U, I already had. Bonk. Here we go! Watch this. Dead. Pushover. Bowser, come get your kid. I like how Bowser Jr. is, like, actually the main villain of this game. Like, you barely see Bowser. And this is more like I thought that was neat at the time. Like, this is Bowser Jr.'s first big break since Mario Sunshine.
Here I go.
I just played a level in Mario Maker that somebody, like, remade this level. Which you can't really do. I mean, they got it pretty close, but... Bowser Jr. pulls the strings. Bowser Sr. gets killed and necrotized, and it's weird. Yeah! We'll get to that. It was a little weird. Here's Mini Mario. Oh, and now I gotta be... I'm like 1 pixel now. Can you even see that on the capture? It's literally like a dot. I like the mini mushroom, but like it barely has any application, honestly, and it usually just becomes annoying to have unless there's a specific pipe to go in. Atari Mario. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Of course, this game notable for the boss that the enemies like jump and dance to, and everybody hates them for some reason. And I genuinely loved that when this game came out. I was like, oh, that's so cute, they dance to the music, and everybody's like, I hate it. So annoying. Because I think like one person probably said that, and everybody jumped on the bandwagon of it.
So nice.
It's like, just ignore it. I don't know what it's not that like aggressive, but people are passionate about it.
Here I go.
Same with like the voices in, well, like I said, applies to this too. The voices in this and like the Mario Advance games, which the first Mario Advance I understand, because it is a little much, but after that the voices aren't too bad. Also, I love this theme, the new Super Mario Bros. Theme, and like the athletic theme. It might be like my favorite Mario Overworld song. Kind of a twist on like the classic Coin Heavens. Oh man, are they gonna have a Coin Heaven in the movie? Probably not. I mean, how would you have like an excuse to fit that in organically, but... I keep having like these moments leading up to it. I'm like, getting excited, thinking about what could be in the Mario movie. Like different items or themes or, you know, characters and enemies. That was a lot of coins. There's a lot about New Super Mario Bros. That I don't care for, but the music is solid. Definitely, yeah. I mean, I liked this one a good deal. And then the next one I liked a good deal because it was different enough from this one. And then we got the next two, and it was still like all the same stuff. Like all the same aesthetics and same music. And same, like, general feel. And it was like, oh, that's cool. But can we have something different? Like, at the end of the day, it's still just more Mario levels, which I'm fine with. Perfect. Blue shell. It makes you swim good. I genuinely didn't know that the blue shell made you swim better the first time I played this. And I remember talking to a friend. I was like, yeah, I like the game. The blue shell was pretty cool. I don't understand why they showed so many screenshots of you using it underwater, though. And he was like, well, it makes you swim, like, faster, or, like, you have better momentum. You have better control over said momentum underwater. Because the underwater controls are, like, a little bit more sluggish in this game. And you get used to it, but this is like I'm zip-zooming around. Ah. But, like, in the time, like, going back to this now, I'm not sure that this is terribly interesting to people. But when this was the first 2D Mario game in, like, 15 years, it was very exciting. I was hyped for this game for... because they started showing this off in, like, 2003. And it didn't come out for 3 more years. I thought it was going to be like a DS launch title, and it wasn't. Because you have to remember, we had... Mario World came out in 1991 here. Mario Land 2 came out the next year, 1992. And then, if you want to count Yoshi's Island as a 2D Mario game, that was 95. Then 96 we get Mario 64, 2002 we get Mario Sunshine, and it's like, oh... are we gonna have, like, 2D Mario games again? And then this comes along in 2006. So there was, like, a 11-year drought at least. If that's what you count. But I would say the closest game to this was Mario Land 2. I actually don't want the shell right now. And I think they really wanted to do like a back to basics thing with this game. Like, you can tell a lot of the level design is kind of meant to evoke more of like the original Super Mario Brothers and not like a sequel to Mario World. This is more like if Mario 1 and Mario 3 combined, in my opinion. I'm gonna take a hit here so I can switch over to Fire Mario. Well, here he is. King Koopa. And then he burned alive, I guess. I remember like reading reviews of this game and it was like one specific one was like, this is a weirdly graphic scene for a Mario game where Bowser just gets his flesh burned off. We didn't have the processing power to depict that on the NES. But now you can see Bowser's skeletal remains. He's got the Crocomire treatment, you're right. I didn't even think of that. But now it's like, now they treat Bowser and Dry Bowser as like two separate characters somehow. Which goes back to like a thing that I love about Mario, which is like, don't worry about it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. I like these blocks. These little face dudes. They never came back. Pour one out for those homies. Things that showed up in one game and then never again. Very satisfying to like kill these Pokies in this game, just one segment at a time. I can't explain why, it just, I think the speed with which you can do it is very like nice. Feels good, you're like taking out a lot. And they still got the little flower from Mario Sunshine on them. Really graphic for a Mario game. Guess that reviewer never played Mario 64. Or was so pro at it they never saw the death animations. You're not wrong, yeah. Like the choking to death animations in Mario 64. Where it's like really accurately displayed. The slow floating at the end, yeah. That's another... I want to see if they address, like... What the... Okay, bye, Cloud. I want to see if they address, like, Mario dying in the movie. And, like, extra lives. You know they're probably going to, right? Like... They're gonna have, like, a climactic sequence where Mario needs to get the 1-up mushroom, and it's like... Well, how do you explain that as a life in the movie? I wonder. There it is. We only got like 16 days left, I think. Good if you can go. No. Oh, I have the in my reserve. I totally forgot that was a thing. Fuck off, Lakitu. It was a homing Spiny. What the hell? So many 3D platformers had that drowning animation, nobody stopped to ask, should we really? It's like, no, video games have to be realistic. This is 1996, the kids want real. And that includes human accurate drowning animations. Or being suffocated by gas. I don't think I ever had Mario die by the gas in Mario 64. In the Hazy Maze Cave. Wait a minute. No, I have, and it happened on stream. I think. I definitely died in that area when I was going for the 100 coins. Because I have a clip of that. It was so fucking stupid. It was so bad I actually made a clip. I had like... I was doing the 100 coins, and I had like 2 health. My health was like in the red. And I needed like 5 more coins. And I was like, maybe there's some coins down here that I missed. And I dove in to the toxic maze and just died. Banjo had the more graphic death by toxic gas animation, I think. Is that in Tui? Because where's where do you die by gas in? Oh wait, is it in Rusty Bucket Bay? I'm trying to think where Banjo dies from gas now. Oh, it was Banjo-Tooie. Okay, I haven't played that. I mean, I always have to clarify, like, I played it once. I rented it once as a kid, and I don't remember, like, anything about it. Except, I think, like, a carnival level? Or something? But, like, I may as well have just not played it. I do like how we get this one sewer pipe level. Reminds me like a little of the couple levels like this in Yoshi's Island. big. That death noise for the piranhas is from Yoshi's Island 2, and it took me a long time to realize that. I remember watching like a trailer for this game before it came out, and it showed Mario killing piranhas like that, and they kept making that noise, and I was like, what is that noise? Like, since when do they do that? Meanwhile, they do it in my favorite game. Damn it, this is where you need the little air twirl. Get in there. Oh my god. You gotta have just the right amount of speed. There we go. Banjo-Tooie is like another game I would like to play on stream for the first time, but I feel like nobody ever has anything that good to say about that game. And it almost makes me wonder if I should bother. Like, I feel like I should because I love the original so much. But apparently it's even more of a slog than Donkey Kong 64, which is saying a lot. Because that game is like 40 hours for 101%.
Here I go.
You know what? At first, I really didn't like the mixture of 3D models with 2D sprites like this with the Koopas here. And it doesn't bother me anymore. But at the time, I was really like, I thought it was ugly. I don't think it's like amazing or anything, but this isn't like... I wish the new Super Mario games had a more distinct art style. It feels very plain in a way I don't fully know how to describe. Especially compared to, like, Mario World. But now I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's whatever. The new games are not new anymore. So it's like, why get upset about them? Just play more Mario. Tooie is fun, it's just a bit much. I didn't have nearly as much trouble with Banjo-Tooie as I did with Donkey Kong 64. I'd say it's better than DK64 since it actually has platforming. Maybe I misinterpreted what people said. Maybe they... I feel like I do remember somebody saying it was kind of like a middle ground between Banjo-Kazooie and DK64. So maybe that's what I'm mixing that up. Where'd you go? That would make more sense, though. Yeah. But even still, I feel like maybe it's in comparison to the original where people are like, it's not that great.
So nice.
Okay, now my current understanding of N64 era rare titles is Banjo is greater than Tooie is greater than DK64. I haven't played DK64 in a long time. And at the frickin' beginning of the pandemic, I was like, you know, when we were all so young and naive, I was like, you know what, we have all this time, I should play Donkey Kong 64 again. And then I never did. So I don't even know the last time I've played that game. Probably sometime in the 2010s. I mean, I'd be down for streaming that game. It would just be a very long stream. It would be many streams. I wonder when it'll hit Switch. That would be nice. I definitely don't, like, I'll shit on Donkey Kong 64 for a few reasons, but it's not a bad game. There's some parts that are bad. And there's some parts that, like, I take issue with, but is kind of like a subjective thing. But overall, it's still, like, a good game. Oh, I've also never played the single player of Conker. I only ever played that multiplayer, I think. So I don't know where that game ranks with the other Rare games. You can't do that every time, but in the beginning, you can just blast them. Tooie's got a more fluid interconnected world than Kazooie, and it just kind of serves to make the game more inscrutable. Oh, hey, Diego. Conker is Conker. Rare was, like, extremely ambitious during that era. You aren't missing much. Conker's a nice, crude little novelty, but it doesn't really hold up, especially on a replay. That's what I tend to hear about it, yeah. Just felt like dropping by for a sec. Well, thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. It's just another Mario Monday, is all. Nothing, like, terribly exciting going on here. I don't even know if this is going to be, like, a terribly long stream. Just based on how I'm feeling. Not that I think I'm going to finish the entire game tonight, because I'm not. It's a bit too... This is probably like a twofer. If I'm going for like 100%. Fire Snake. Come on. Oh. Seriously? There we go. I just remember, I used to have like these little keychains with like a button on them that would make sound effects from this game. I wonder whatever happened to those. They're probably kicking around somewhere because I don't usually get rid of Mario stuff. Come on. There we go. Oh, yeah.
So nice.
I also always used to think, like when I first got this game, and I knew that's not what he was saying, but at the end of the level, I always thought it sounded like "thank you tonight." But he's actually saying, "That's so nice."
Here I go.
I think just with like the timer counting down at the same time makes it sound a little weird. But when you hear it isolated, you can hear it like a little better. Bye, Fireflower. Bye forever. Mamma Mia. Gonna check out for now. Have fun with new SMB. It's new. Well, thanks for stopping by, Jackie. I appreciate it. It's good to talk to you. I will have fun with this game. I'm probably one of the few people who will, like, actively have fun with this game, so... I definitely intend to. I don't know if it's that fun to watch, but I like playing it. Ah, it was close. Oh, I love this. This little pump. This is so satisfying, and this is the only place you do it. They should have put like one more of those in a bonus room or something. But I feel like that was something they designed and then had no idea what to do with it.
So nice.
They're like, oh, let's just stick it on this one pipe and forget about it.
Here I go.
So I'm not doing it this week, I'm just playing this week, but I think maybe next time I might double up like I was doing with Mario Galaxy and the e-reader levels. I might start doubling up with Mario Maker and have the Mario Mondays be like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours of Mario Maker, and then another couple hours of whatever other Mario game I'm working on at the time. If people are interested in such a thing, I'm not sure. I suppose I should try it once and find out, but... Because recently I've been like really into trying to make a whole super world in Mario Maker, because I haven't done that yet. And I feel like doing it on stream might give me extra motivation to do so, or to like keep up with it. Ah. But it's weird, like I feel like that's not going to be a thing people are really interested in, and, you know, I know people are going to say, well, you know, do it because you want to, but... And I will.
So nice.
At first, but if it doesn't, like, catch on... I have to say, this game made Mario more generic. Although I think generic is good sometimes, especially when it comes to platformers. Banjo is kind of a generic brand Mario. I kind of agree. This was definitely like the start of kind of ironing out what Mario is now. Like a lot of how we know Mario as a series to this day gets traced back to this game. This is when, like, prior to this, like, all the games had a lot of, like, different, little nuanced differences between them.
Here I go.
And then once this one came along, it was like, okay, there's an established look to everything. Like, the mushrooms always look the same from here on out. Fire flowers always look the same. These blocks always look the same now. You know, coins, everything. But prior to this, it was kind of up in the air from title to title. It became a brand, exactly. Not that it wasn't already, but they really kind of pushed in that direction of, like, making things more uniform and recognizable as a brand. Like, pretty much all enemies, like, and characters, however they looked in this game, is pretty much how they look now. We're back on the little screen. This is actually, like, really disorienting for me to play like this. I don't know why. I should look at the gamepad. No, that's not any better. It's just really weird looking at that tiny little area. It doesn't feel like I'm controlling it for some reason. But yeah, if people are interested in making, watching me make and play Mario courses, I would love for that to become part of the Mario Monday staple. I want to be like Bob Ross, but with Mario Maker. Where I'm just like some chill dude you watch build Mario levels.
So nice.
I think they wanted official Mario to stand out against bootlegs, so they got rid of the other art styles. That could very well be possible. I don't know how much of a problem, though. Like, Mario was already really recognizable by this point. I mean, that's always going to be a problem when you have, you know, such a well-known series. Look at, like, the fucking App Store now. You can find as many bootleg Mario games as possible. I don't think there's a damn thing that they can do about it, honestly. But is it, like... I know, like, Nintendo is constantly worried about, like, their brands being hurt. I don't think it's doing anything at this point. I mean, there's bootleg Mario shit at my mall. There's just mall kiosks with fake Mario merchandise. And nothing happens. Sometimes they go away and a new one pops up in its place. And the average person isn't going to recognize the difference. I can tell immediately, like, most of the time what's official and what's not, but... Some old lady who's, like, just buying a birthday gift for her grandson isn't going to know the difference.
So nice.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Glitchy Pants. Thanks for stopping by. Definitely seen bootleg NES Mario consoles in pop-up stations directly outside GameStop. Yeah, another one of my malls used to have... It was like that one NES Mini bootleg. There was an entire kiosk dedicated to it, and they just had like this giant TV screen playing Mario 1. And I was just like staring at it like, how is this allowed? But I don't think it was, because eventually it, you know, that shop went away. But of course it was right by Christmas time too. They got the Soldier Boy console at the mall. I forgot about that. You're not wrong. GameStop doesn't sell Mario 1. Somebody had to. Nintendo doesn't even sell Mario 1 anymore. Unless you buy their online service. Hey, they don't sell this game anymore. How are people supposed to play this game unless they buy it at a mall kiosk? I think these guys never showed up again. These water bugs that drop bombs. I don't know what to think about Nico on the other side of the screen looking left. I know. I couldn't tell. I thought it looked alright mirrored. But I mean, if it looked super bad, I would have either redrawn it or done something else with the layout, but this isn't a layout I'm going to be using frequently, so I figured it was probably fine. Also, thank you for the sub, Keith. Appreciate it. It's once again that time of the month. They just poop out those bombs, huh? Oh god, I'm tiny on the tiny screen again. I actually don't want that. I need to stay small. Okay, back on the big screen. Did I ever tell you the story of when I was little and I was visiting... I don't think I ever told this on stream. I was visiting a relative who had a big screen TV. Because I just realized how much, like, I'm aging myself. This was, like, 1992, so... I was visiting a relative, they had a big screen TV, I'd never seen one before. My mom was, like, explaining the concept to me, and she was, like, telling me, like, oh, they have a Nintendo, and they have a big screen TV. And she said Mario's gonna look really big on the TV. And I got so excited because I thought what she meant was, like, yeah, he's relatively bigger, we know that now, but I thought he was going to be, like, bigger in-game. So, like, you're playing... I was picturing, like, Super Mario World, where Mario is taking up the whole screen. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? That's what I thought was going to happen. Not just the entire game was going to be big now.
Here I go.
Yeah, Macro Mario. And I was, like, so disappointed when it looked exactly like it did at home. Yeah, Mario after he drinks the milk. Exactly. And then this game came out, and it really happened. Come on, Mario, jump! That commercial, like... That commercial was so exciting for me. And I hated milk. I still hate milk. But, like, as a kid... I was conflicted. Because it was, like... New Mario media. Yeah. Mario on TV where I didn't expect to see him. But it was for milk. It was gross. And then, of course, my parents tried to use that as, like, well, Mario drinks his milk, so, you know, you should too. But that commercial did not make me like milk anymore. My favorite thing about the ad is how someone said it's not possible to be in Wet Dry World with the amount of stars. How many stars do they have at that point? I don't think I ever paid attention to that. Can somebody look at the commercial real quick and tell me how many stars the kids have when they're in Wet Dry World?
So nice.
If I was more prepared, I would just, like, play it on stream, but... I was taking a drink and I hit the virtual console menu. I broke the illusion for a hot second.
Here I go.
The bloopers in this game are like so aggressive. Like genuinely difficult. Ah. Leave me alone. Now I'm going in like a pipe full of bloopers on this tiny screen again. Oops, all bloopers. Oh, and I can't use my item. Look how many there are. Go away. I don't think the blue shell makes you, like, strong enough to swim against the currents like the frog suit, but it's still pretty helpful. Wait, what coin did I miss? Shit. I went in that bonus room with all the bloopers and I didn't even get the coin.
So nice.
I remember being like 3 and wandering into the neighbor's yard because they had a sick hammock. Then we actually wandered into their house and they were pretty cool young adults who had an NES with Mario 3 going. I think of this every time I smoke weed because the house smelled like it. It was like the sweet smell of something burning, like a mix of Pop-Tarts and smoke.
Here I go.
That is an amazing memory. Now, do you think of that when you play Mario 3 as well? Like, or does Mario 3 make you want to smoke? Or oh yeah, no map in the ghost house. Ah, get away. It's weird because I love Mario games. I love Mario games so often they're not exactly nostalgic like they used to be, which doesn't ruin them for me, but it can ruin stuff. I know exactly what you mean, and I don't remember if I was talking about this on a different stream or not, but like Super Mario World is not that nostalgic for me because I've played it so much. And so it's like this, it's like the same thing that you're describing, where it's just ever present, so I don't have a lot of specific memories associated with it, because it was just always there. But then games that I played only at specific moments in my life will remind me of those moments, and those memories are like more like stronger than anything I have associated with Mario World, because Mario World is just associated with my whole life. But then like Mario 64 I associate with like when I first got it. Or like the first Super Mario God damn it. The first Super Mario Advance game. I remember like the day I got that and like a few places I played it early on. I don't know, does this make any sense? I don't know, maybe you know what I'm talking about because it's like the same thing. But maybe nobody else has any idea what the fuck I'm on about. I don't know. My memories of games differ depending on like how much I played them, I think.
Here I go.
Or here, perfect example, this game. Like, I don't have one specific thing to associate with Super Mario World. But with this game, I have a specific association of this. This game came out right when I was like starting to develop like a panic disorder. Like, I'm sorry if that's real, but so like in 2006, I started getting like bad panic attacks, and I actually didn't even finish school that year from... I had to finish it from home because like I couldn't even leave the house. And it got so bad by the time that this game came out. You know, like I was looking forward to this game for years. And when it came out, I was literally in such bad shape that I couldn't leave the house without having a debilitating panic attack. And I couldn't even go to pick up my pre-order of this game, so like my dad had to go and get it for me, and I missed out like the launch, which wasn't a big deal, but I just remember that being the case, and this game kind of helped me through that period of time where I was having like a lot of really bad anxiety, and it was like this one thing that could keep me calmed down. Like I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating, and then like I got this game finally, and it was enough of a distraction to kind of, you know, keep me calm for like while I was playing the game a little bit. So that's what this particular game always makes me think of. But then meanwhile, something like Mario World, I don't really think of any particular life event or anything because I didn't really have one because I was always playing it. Fuck you, fish. I think games can bring back memories, but I'm also not playing them for that specifically. I mean, yeah, same. Well, I think I play Yoshi's Island as much as I do because it does evoke really strong nostalgia, but that's like the one game I would say I play for that reason, and not like entirely for that reason. I play the game because I love it. It's a good game, but it also has like that added bonus of being really nostalgic for me. But But I love, and I've said this before too, but I love hearing people's associations with like some of their favorite games, or even games that aren't their favorite.
Here I go.
But like people who remember, like, oh yeah, I played this game at this time in my life, or when I was in this place. That's a big snowball. That's really like fascinating to me, and so I love hearing people kind of like share stories and stuff about, like, not necessarily even the game itself, but just their life around the game. Look how that one block was yellow, but all the other blocks are gray. I associate Mario 3 with coming out of the pool to play it with Game Genie on. I associate Mario World with staying inside and not wanting to play outside in the sprinklers. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I love just hearing memories like that. And it's like, yeah, like, it is a totally different life than mine, but it's also kind of, like, relatable somehow. It's like we've all had some similar experiences, and then some that are very uniquely our own. And sometimes, like, the shared experience of playing the same games can bring that together. Sorry if this is getting, like, really deep. I know I'm just, like, talking out my ass, but it's true. It's a good way to, like, connect with people in the same way that, you know, other media as well, like shared movies or books. And I feel like video games almost had like a stronger bond back when I was growing up compared to stuff like TV or movies, because video games were still relatively niche compared to other media. And they're definitely not now, like, it's totally different. But for some reason, like, back in the 90s, finding, like, another kid who was really into Mario was a rarity. Or finding another kid, or like when Pokemon came out, and suddenly everyone was into it. It was like a bond had formed. Like, everyone was suddenly friends because everyone liked Pokemon. Honestly, I wouldn't mind talking more about Mario helping with your anxiety if that's not too personal. Not at all. I mean, I knew before I was playing this game that I was going to be bringing it up, like, one way or another, because it is, like, such an intrinsic part of the experience of this game for me, so it's just, like, It's just a thing that happened. And it's like, yep. I mean, if you have like a specific question, I don't mind answering.
Here I go.
Oh, the auto scroller. I mean, just talking about, like, anxiety in general. Like, I've always had that. And I had problems with it when I was in, like, 2nd grade. Or, no, kindergarten was, like, the earliest I remember. The earliest panic attack I remember having was in kindergarten. And we were making, like... We were in the school kitchen... making pigs in a blanket, and I just had a panic attack. And obviously I didn't know what was going on because I was like 6. I just thought I was going to be sick or something. And I had to like run to the nurse, and then it was like, well, I wasn't sick, so what was that about?
So nice.
You know what, Joe? I can talk to you about that in private, just because it's so extensive. And I mean, like, I can just email you about that since we're already communicating like that in general already.
What?
So if you got, like, something, like, more specific that you want to ask me, like that or whatever, just write it and I'll get back to you, and I'll try to describe it, like, the best I can.
Here I go.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's personal, but it's like I'm open about it at the same time. It's just like... I appreciate someone having, like, a curiosity about it, though. Like, I don't mind someone having, like, a genuine, like, concern about it. Yeah, open, but in a less public context. I try not to get, like, too deep on the stream, too. Like, I like talking about this stuff, but it's also like, should I? Like, I'm not trying to use this as my therapist. Like, I'm just here to play video games and talk, and I don't want to, like, I don't want to make it, like, too real for anybody if they're here, you know, for, like, escapism in the first place. These guys. Speaking of enemies that just never came back, I don't know why these enemies even showed up in the first place, but keep forgetting about my reserve item. I think it's called Snailicorn, appropriately. Not what I wouldn't call it the rarest Mario enemy, but it is definitely up there in terms of rarity. You only see it in this game in like a couple levels. I like this game. I vividly remember it as one of the few games I 100%ed. That's cool. I'm trying to remember like when I first even realized the concept of 100%ing a game. Because like a lot of the Mario games older than this, I didn't 100% until I came back to them way later. I think probably the first game I like 100%ed with the intention of doing so was Mario 64. Because everyone knew, like, oh, there's a certain number of stars. There's 120. Nintendo Power said so. And so there was like a definitive goal to get to. Ah. Mario is therapy? I agree. I mean, and again, I won't, like, keep talking about this, but I will say, you know how there's, like, that one post that always makes rounds where it's talking about anxiety, and people with anxiety often rewatch the same shows and movies over and over again because they know what's going to happen. And it's like, there's nothing new to be excited about, and you don't have to deal with that. Well, that's me with video games, is I play the same games. I've played this game over and over and over and over, more than most people would, just as like a comfort thing. And like, I'll actively put off playing new games, because it's like intimidating to have to process new stuff, and it's like, well, I could just play an old game, and then I can just turn off my brain. I already know what's going to happen. So I definitely think Mario and video games in general can be kind of therapeutic, or at least like a coping mechanism. Oh, I love this level. I love the noise these mushrooms make. When I first got this game, I was like so excited when I got here. I was like, oh my god, this is like Butterbridge 1 in Mario World. Like, that's the kind of stuff that genuinely excites me. This Mario game's kind of light on the power-ups, too. Like, there's no... I can't get up there. It's pretty much just the Super Mushroom and the Fire Flower, and then you get a... like, the blue shell is the other main power-up, and it's pretty rare. And then, like, the Mega and Mini Mushrooms don't get a ton of use, and they're limited. Or the Mega one is, anyway. There's plenty to cope with. I think if I made my own game, it'd be all things like that. I don't get excited easily. They need to bring back the running Maui, or Moai. I never know how to pronounce that. Is it Moai? The running Moai from Mario Land to excite me like that.
Here I go.
Yeah, speaking of more enemies that just never came back, pretty much nothing except Princess Daisy from Mario Land came back. Is that gonna come back or no? I think it will. Yeah, there it is. It's time for a new 2D Mario game, by the way. Because when you think about it, the last one of this series was in 2012. And then obviously we had like Mario Maker come out, so... But now even Mario Maker 2 has been out for a while, and it's like, where is a new 2D Mario adventure? I mean, it's even been a long time since Odyssey. Like, we're overdue for that. Obviously, the movie has taken, like, precedence, but... I hope, like, once the movie is finally, like, said and done, we find out what the next Mario game is. Because it's been a while. Yeah, newer Super Mario Brothers. Were you a Wario Land kind of guy as well? Because I was always a Mario kid. Oh yeah, I loved Wario Land. All those games are, like, excellent. Wario Land 1, I was obsessed with, like, when it first came out. Like, that was a very highly played game of mine, the original. And 4 is one of my favorites, and Shake It is one of my favorites as well, which I need to stream. Is Mario still untouchable as the king of 2D games, or is there something recent that gives him a run for his money? I mean, you're asking the wrong person, because, like, I'm so obsessed with Mario, it's like, well, no, of course Mario is the undisputed king of 2D platforming. And there's a lot I haven't played. Pizza Tower, yeah, you know what? That's a good point. People are eating... I haven't played it, but people are eating that up. So if there was, like, one, like, recent indie thing that I was gonna say gives Mario a run for his money, then that's probably it. About your OCs, which one is more likely to girl boss? Oh, definitely Liz. If she's not, like, already. Sam, I went and looked at my my Discord messages, and the first thing I see is, don't look at this during the stream.
Here I go.
I'm interested to play Pizza Tower, but it looks so hectic. Like, I want to and am afraid to at the same time. It looks really intimidating, even though I'd probably be good at it. Or at least decent. Like, I don't think I could P-rank everything. But I could at least, like, make it through the game, I'm sure. But it looks so hectic. Like, I watched an entire playthrough of it, and I felt like I had no idea what was going on. But I still want to play it. Like, I still have to experience that for myself. And I'm glad it turned out to be less like Wario Land than it initially seemed. Because I thought it was... I don't know how I feel about this recent trend in gaming where it's like... They're not making this game, so indie company will make a copy of that game, but with unique characters. And so, like, you have... Like... Pizza Tower, I thought was going to be like Wario Land. They're making like that Jet Set Radio like game. People have made Banjo-Kazooie-esque games. Pizza Tower changed how I feel about that entirely. I showed Pizza Tower to an acquaintance and they were like, what the hell is going on? Because they showed them a fan-made ad. I think it's actually not that fun to watch, but great to play. That's it. That's how I felt. I was like, you know, I'm watching the thing, and I was just like, I don't understand any of this. Clearly, the solution is to play it myself. And I don't usually feel like that about games, but... Hi-Fi Rush, hella good looking. That game came out of nowhere, and I don't know really, like, anything about it. But it looks cool. That's all I really have to say about it, but... I like the art style. I don't know if it is, like, the game for me. There's a lot of games where, nowadays, where I'm just like, that game looks really cool. I don't want to play it, but I still think it's cool. And I'll watch, like, a playthrough of it, and that's a good enough experience for me. Like, I don't need to play every game that I like anymore. Landed right on the spiny. Did I miss anything back here? Come on. Nailed it. Just in time. It's really rare that something has an art style that appeals to me this much like Pizza Tower. I feel really lucky. Everyone really likes that art and animation style, and I agree. How did I find out about Pizza Tower? I saw a Twitter post about it like 4 years ago, and it looked kind of cool. I think... I definitely probably saw it for like the same reason, like it was going viral. Like, just like a demo of it was kind of going viral. And it was a lot more Wario-focused at the time. But still its own thing, you know? But now that I've seen, like, the final game, I'm really impressed with how, like, original it is. And it's, like, not really that much like Wario anymore at all. There's, like, some mechanics that are, like, yeah, the same. But there's so many other completely unique things They definitely deserve, like, all the memes and, like, attention that they're getting. I just really hope it comes to Switch. And if not, maybe one day I'll finally, like, buckle down and get a Steam account. I'm losing all these mushrooms. I got one. I got one out of all of that. It's very Wario, and it's also very Jazz Jackrabbit. I've actually never played that. I've only ever heard the name, in fact. I know it's like one of those forgotten mascots of like 90s gaming, 90s or 2000s. How many lives do I have? 63. You don't get to 99 quite as soon in this game as some of the other later Mario games, where it's like you get 99 lives by the end of World 2. I wonder if like the next 2D Mario is even gonna have lives anymore. But it feels like they can't not have them. The music composer said it's coming to the Switch. Awesome. That is like the most confirmation I've heard. Yeah, the music is great. It's another thing that I feel like I never really, like, fully comprehended as I was watching it. But I just know it sounded good. Come on, Mario, spin! Mario, drink your goddamn milk. Get that coin. It's honestly good news. I wouldn't mind having it on Switch so long as I can play it for 10 minutes every day like I do now. That's probably how I'll go about it. I've said this before, but, you know, I usually play games not like I do here on stream, but in short bursts at a time. And playing them for several hours is actually uncommon for me. So, like, if Pizza Tower was on the Switch, I would just do, like, one level here and there. Blue Shell is something I do miss. They should bring that back, like, at least one more time. Because this is pretty much the only game it's in. It was in one of the Mario and Luigi games, but it had like a different function. I mean, Blue Shell is not, like, the most interesting Mario power-up, but it is fun to, like, just zoom around in it for a little bit. Ah, fuck it. Did you ever play Mario Clash? I never have. The only Virtual Boy I've even like really played is Wario Land Virtual Boy. And yeah, I never got around to Mario Clash. That's one, like, there's like 2 Virtual Boy games I would play, and that's one of them. And then Wario Land is the other one. Because I don't even really know what else there even was for the Virtual Boy. I know about it, like I know what it is, but I've never played it myself. Whenever I set up, like, Virtual Boy emulation, I should try and stream both of those. I think Tataka did the music for both of them. They have great music. I know he did it for Wario Land. Mario Clash, I have no idea, though. God, I remember when the Virtual Boy came out, and I remember, like, trying it at a Toys R Us. And it didn't even seem 3D to me. But I think that's just because my eyes are bad. I don't have, like, really good depth perception. There was also a cabinet 2-player version of the original Super Mario Brothers. I've seen that, yeah. Oop.
So nice.
This game is weird, too. I didn't mention this. If you look at the bottom screen, aka the side screen, you don't have to go through all 8 worlds. You could skip 2 of them. I mean, I'm gonna be going back and completing everything, but it just has a really weird game flow compared to every other game. Small screen time again. I think Mario Clash was pretty interesting and might deserve a remake. Wario Land Virtual Boy is a definite classic that the entire world missed out on. Yes. I didn't play that until maybe like 5 years ago or something. It was relatively recent. I finally got around to playing it, and I loved it. And it didn't get... I missed one treasure. And, I would love to go back to it and do all the treasures. Because it was really weird to, like, after all those years, go back and be like, oh, there is an entire other really good game that I just never got to play. And most people didn't get to play. I wonder how much, like, Virtual Boys even go for nowadays. I saw one in, like, an old toy store once. About 10 years ago, maybe. And, I really wish I had the money to buy it at the time, but it was like $250. Which is probably a reasonable price, but I couldn't swing it at the time for sure. I still really couldn't.
Here I go.
I really thought that they were going to maybe port some Virtual Boy games onto the 3DS. That was a huge missed opportunity. It had the stereoscopic 3D built in, and it was way better. If I remember correctly, the people who made the game Mutant Mudds offered to port Wario Land Virtual Boy over to the 3DS, or like make a remake of it or something. And Nintendo was like, no. So we almost could have had one. The idea was there. Nintendo just didn't want it. And now we haven't had a Wario Land game at all since, like, 2009. Nintendo is weird because on one hand they are an ancient and stubborn Japanese company, but that's also why they're good. Exactly. It's such a catch-22. Like, I love a lot of what they make, and I hate a lot of what they do as a company. And I don't know who can make them change, if anybody. This is also kind of giving me ideas for my Mario Maker levels. Like, I should do a conveyor belt based level. I should make like a factory. that just makes people like Pizza Tower think we need to do Nintendo's job for them. Somebody else needs to make the new F-Zero because Nintendo refuses to. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I have mixed feelings about that, because it's like... I wouldn't... I mean, this is just me, and I'm not the one doing it, so it doesn't fucking matter. But I think of myself, and I'm like... Say Nintendo didn't make a 2D Mario game. Just for years. And I was like, well, Nintendo's not making it, so I'm gonna make my own. And it's like... basically exactly the same thing, but with original characters, and like everybody's only going to be playing it because it reminds them of the thing they want. And as a creator, like, I would hate that. So like, I don't... What's a good example? What's like another game out there that is literally an indie game pretty much just existing to copy another game that's not being made? Like, I kind of wanted to say Ukulele, but they were all made by, like, the original... God damn it, I keep hitting that button. Ukulele was at least made by some of the team who worked on Banjo-Kazooie, and, like, even fucking Mighty Number 9. Oh, there's a good example. The Bug Fables dev made Bug Fables because Paper Mario wasn't making RPGs anymore. Like, you know everybody's going to play that game because, like, they're not finding out about Bug Fables because they care about Bug Fables, right? They're finding out about it because somebody made a Paper Mario-like. And they're playing it because they, too, want the same thing as the dev, which is like, damn, I really wish there was classic Paper Mario still happening, but there's not, so I'll take this lesser thing. That's what it comes off as to me. And if somebody wants to do that, I guess it's fine, but, like, I, as a creator, that would, like, fuck me up. I wouldn't want to create something just because it reminds people of another thing. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. That's why I'm glad, like, Pizza Tower got, like, its own following based on it. Like, people like the characters of Pizza Tower. People like that world. People like that game for itself. They don't... In the end, people weren't... Maybe this is how they found out about it. They found out about Pizza Tower because it was Wario-esque in the beginning, but they stuck around for the unique stuff that it had to offer. Bug Fables... I don't know anything about that game other than it's supposed to be like Paper Mario. And heavily so. I've never heard, like, anybody mention a character from it, or, like, talk about it, you know what I mean? Which I'm not saying, like, anything about the quality of the game. I have no idea. I've never played it. It could be a fantastic game, but at the end of the day, you know, if I made a fantastic game like that, and people only cared about it because it reminded them of Paper Mario, that would suck. And then the moment Nintendo does make a quote-unquote proper Paper Mario, they're gonna throw Bug Fables aside and be like, well, now the real thing is here. And it's sorry to use poor Bug Fables as, like, the poster child for this, but that was, like, a good example. Bug Fables is pretty good. I mean, I'm sure there probably is, like, a little fan base, and it does stand on its own. I don't mean to, like, come off like I'm shitting on it. Again, I've never played it. I have no idea. But there is, like, that trend in gaming now where it's like, Company A isn't making the thing we want, so let's just make a legally distinct version of it. I heard Bug Fables was good from someone who was very skeptical of it, and that's one good review. That would be enough for me. If somebody else was skeptical of it and then played it and was like, hey, this is alright actually. That's a good enough review for me as well. I actually do not want the blue shell here. Take it back. Spark the Electric Jester is another good example. I forgot about that one. But here's the thing about that. Are they making better 3D Sonic games than Sonic is? Like, did they make a better Sonic adventure than what the Sonic series actually got? Spark the Electric Jester made a rough transition to 3D. I don't know why I thought the flagpole was there. It wasn't a flagpole at all, it was a hole. Spark 3 was actually very Sonic Heroes-esque from what I can tell. Did it again. Making an indie so good it's official is like making pizza in Pittsburgh. We're a certain distance from New York City that we can do pizza and some can't. Most people do it wrong, but one or two get it the fuck right. It's true, yeah, if you have enough people doing it, eventually, like, a couple of them gotta do it right. don't know why this level is, like, giving me trouble. We've been breezing through this game. Pittsburgh Mario would be Polish. Let's get the hell out of this level.
So nice. Here I go.
This is satisfying. Just drilling through those blocks. Just a heads up, I think I am going to stop after this world. Even though this hasn't been like a super long stream. It's a little shorter than usual, but I am a little tired. I don't know if I can, like, do that entire last world, but we still have at least one other stream of this left, so... we'll pick up on it next week. You're heading out too? Well, you're not going to miss too much. Thanks for stopping by and chatting. I appreciate it. I mean, if I don't stream at any other point during the week, and I tend to not, but I'll be back next week with more of this. Same Mario time, same Mario channel. It's not even like super late, but I get that 9 PM brain. It's not good for streams. I start making all kinds of weird mistakes, saying all kinds of weird shit. So I think there's like the castle level after this, and then I'll get going. And next week, maybe we'll add Mario Maker to the mix. We'll see. Uh-oh.
So nice. Here I go.
Oh god. Thought that platform would be there.
Here I go.
Koopa. Nope. No. Oh god.
Here I go.
Oh, this old body can't play games like it used to. It's funny, I say like, oh, I gotta go, I'm getting tired, you know. Gotta wind down for the night. And what am I gonna do to wind down for the night? Probably play Mario Maker. Like, seriously. When I'm done streaming, I just play more Mario. Who's even the boss of the... Oh, the tank. The Monty tank. Bonk. Easy. Easy baby game.
So nice.
Thank you tonight. Alright everyone, well, here is a preview of what you will be seeing next week. Bowser's World. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for stopping by. I always appreciate it, you know that. I am very lucky to have a chat that is very chatty. And that means a lot, and it helps a lot. So... thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm going to get going, and I'll see you next time on the next Mario Monday. So, take care. Have a good week. See, somebody just first time chat, and I'm literally about to go. I'm sorry. But we're just about to wrap up. So, maybe I'll see you around next time. Alright. Take care, everyone.